Subjectivity, the quality of being based on or influenced by personal feelings, tastes, opinions, and experiences rather than objective facts. It's a concept that applies to almost everything. Music is subjective. Movies are subjective. Video games are subjective. Books, fashion, food, art, almost everything we consume is filtered through our own personal experiences. As the saying goes, one person's trash is another person's treasure. So why is it that whenever a new K-pop song releases, people suddenly forget this? Some people genuinely enjoy the song. Some people genuinely don't. Both of those opinions are completely valid. The problem begins when people stop treating their opinions as opinions and instead start treating them as objective facts that everyone else must accept. As I was writing this video, I couldn't find a single term that fully captured the behavior I'm talking about. So, for the purpose of this discussion, I'm going to refer to it as obsessive subjectivity and define it as follows. A behavioral pattern in which an individual treats their personal opinions, preferences, or emotional reactions as objective facts, then uses those beliefs to dismiss, pressure, or attack people who hold different views. It can appear as either excessive positivity, everyone must love this, or excessive negativity, everyone who likes this is wrong. This isn't intended to be a formal psychological diagnosis or an established academic term. It's simply the label I'll use throughout this video to describe a pattern of behavior that I think many of us have seen online. And nowhere do I think this behavior is more visible than in K-pop fandoms. Let's start with the positive side of obsessive subjectivity. There's absolutely nothing wrong with loving every release from your favorite group. If you genuinely enjoy every song they put out, that's great. Music is subjective and nobody should tell you what you can or can't enjoy. The problem begins when that personal enjoyment becomes an expectation for everyone else. In K-pop, this often appears as the idea that if you're a real fan, you should support every comeback, love every title track, and never criticize your favorite group. If you admit that a song wasn't for you, you're suddenly called a fake fan, an anti, or accused of secretly hating the group. But that's not how subjectivity works. Supporting an artist doesn't require unconditional praise. In fact, one of the healthiest parts of any fan base is the ability to say, this comeback wasn't really my taste, but I'm excited to see what they do next. That's still support, that's still being a fan. Liking a group and liking every single song they have ever released are two completely different things. Obsessive subjectivity turns personal enjoyment into a universal standard. It replaces I love this song with everyone should love this song. And the moment someone disagrees, they're treated as though they're the problem rather than simply having a different opinion. Ironically, the very idea of subjectivity tells us why that's impossible. If everyone experienced music in exactly the same way, there would be no such thing as favorite songs, favorite albums, or favorite artists. We'd all have identical playlists. The opposite side of obsessive subjectivity is, unsurprisingly, just as common. Just as some fans believe every release from their favorite group is automatically amazing, others believe that everything a particular group releases is automatically terrible. Before the song is even finished playing, they've already decided that it's bad. Again, there's nothing wrong with disliking a song. You're allowed to dislike an album. You're allowed to think a comeback was disappointing. Those are all perfectly valid subjective opinions. The issue begins when those opinions stop being expressed as personal preferences and start being treated as objective truths. Instead of saying, this song wasn't for me, the conversation becomes, this song is objectively terrible. Instead of saying, I didn't enjoy this comeback, it becomes, anyone who likes this has bad taste. At that point, the discussion is no longer about music. It's about invalidating other people's experiences. I once saw a comment under Illit's It's Me that said, I don't know how people listen to this. Hype stands who like this type of music are, followed by a slur that I won't be repeating. That comment wasn't trying to start a discussion about the music. It wasn't explaining what the commenter disliked. It wasn't offering criticism. Its only purpose was to ridicule people for enjoying something the commenter personally didn't. And that's exactly what obsessive subjectivity on a negative scale looks like. The opinion itself wasn't the problem. The belief that everyone else must share that opinion was. So why are K-pop fandoms especially prone to this kind of behavior? I think it's because K-pop encourages a level of emotional investment that very few other music industries do. Fans don't just listen to the music, they watch variety content, live streams, documentaries, behind-the-scenes videos, fan meetings, and reality shows. Over time, many people begin to feel emotionally connected to the artists they support, and there's nothing inherently wrong with that. The problem begins when criticism of a song starts feeling like criticism of the people themselves. Suddenly, saying "I didn't enjoy this comeback" is interpreted as "I hate this group." Likewise, saying "I really loved this release" can sometimes be interpreted as "every other group is worse." Neither of those conclusions is true. Music is one of the most subjective forms of art we have. Two people can listen to the exact same song at the exact same time and walk away with completely different experiences. Neither person is objectively correct. They simply connected with the music differently. That's why discussions about music should focus on why we feel the way we do, rather than trying to prove that everyone else is wrong. The moment we stop asking, "Why didn't this work for you?" and start saying, "You're wrong for thinking that," we've stopped discussing music altogether. So what have we learned? We've learned that subjectivity isn't the problem. In fact, it's one of the best things about art. If everyone experienced music in exactly the same way, there would be no debate, no favorite songs, no hidden gems, and no reason for artists to experiment with different sounds. The diversity of opinion is what keeps music interesting. The problem begins when we stop treating our opinions as subjective and start presenting them as objective facts. You don't have to like every comeback from your favorite group. You don't have to pretend a song is amazing just because your favorite artist released it. And equally, you don't have to spend your time convincing everyone else that a song is terrible simply because you didn't enjoy it. Different opinions are what make conversations about music worth having in the first place. So the next time a group releases a song you love, enjoy it. If you don't like it, that's okay too. Just remember that your opinion belongs to you. It isn't a universal truth, and neither is mine.